Hello, everybody. Lori here with the Goodbye Good Girl Project. And this is where you and I get to be the intercept. We get to change the game that we've all been playing. We get to do that. It sounds a little bit weird. It sounds like, what the hell are you talking about? I get it. But happy Sunday, because this is where we change the game. All of the crap that's going on in our world, we are the ones who are changing it. We have that ability. We are not the people just looking at the world and going, oh God, it's falling apart. We are the intercept of this stuff. We are the birthplace of the new. And we just have to understand that it's not something new that we have to acquire. It's something we've always been. It's something we always have had. And we've been told over and over and over again that it's not for us. It's not yours. You're not. It's weak. It's stupid. It's called the feminine. And when it comes to religion, religion loves to usher the feminine out of the building and beat it up while it does it. Loves it. Absolutely loves that. And we are here to go, no, no, no. I don't think so. We are here to go, here come the feminine, watch out. Get out the way. Just get out the way, because here we come. And it's not just women, it's the feminine in men as well. But the women are showing the way, the women are leading the way. So what the hell am I talking about? What am I talking about when I say the feminine? Well, how often have you just assumed that life is just the way it is? You just can't fight City Hall, you just gotta be this way or that way. If you're human and you've been brought up in this culture, which we all have, then you, like me, are going, okay, well, I guess I have to follow the rules. I just have to follow the rules. You do not. You do not have to follow the rules. You do not. You ran screaming from the rules of the church, the rules of the mosque, the rules of the temple. You went screaming, but you wanted to be close to your divinity. You wanted to be close to your divinity. You wanted to feel better. You wanted to be better. You wanted to be one with that. You wanted to have a good goddamn life. And you ran from the church, and you ran from religion, and you ran from all this stuff that was not helping you. And you were correct to do so, because it wants to put you in boxes. That's what it was created for. It was created for control. Any kind of religion, I don't care what kind it is, it was created to make order and control of the people and of the feminine. It was done during the age of Pisces, which we've just left. It was done during the age of Pisces, when the idea was, hey, we're in the part of our human evolution where we go, oh my God, look at that. Look at that. There's something outside of me. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not sure what it is, but I'm going to have faith that it will interact with me. That was the age of Pisces. Now we're in the age of Aquarius. This is called the age of direct experience, direct connection with the sacred. That's what it is. But you have to understand some things in order to be able to stand in your own personal agency, in your own connection. You have to understand some things. Okay? You have to understand that you are not a victim. And this is the most important thing I can think to say to you at this time. We are looking at what is going on in our world. We're looking at what's going on in our country, in the U.S., and it looks like absolute nightmare material. We're freaking the F out. Right? We're freaking out. We're going, oh my God, what is happening? What do I do? This is crazy. I don't like it. It's ridiculous. How do I fight it? The ways that we fight it, we are already fighting it. But we don't only have to fight in the ways that we understand. My name is Lori. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project. I am, oh God, I'm a speaker, I'm a writer, I'm a workshop leader, I'm a minister, I'm all kinds of things. And my job, my self-assigned mission, job, delight, is to reflect back to you how powerful you are and how that could actually be, and to disconnect you from the religious stuff while keeping you very, very close to the mystical, very, very close to the physical, very, very close to the biological. It's amazing stuff. When you understand that your body, who you are, your nervous system, your brain, your heart, your everything about you is directly connected to what is so-called beyond you. Now you are starting to bring back into you your agency. You are starting to go from, oh God, I'm a victim to this crap going on in my world, to, hey, I'm the interceptor. I can intercept what's going on. I can align it. I can trend it in another direction. And you and me together, trending in another direction, we have just changed the world. Stop it, Milo. My cat is over here going, I want your attention. Are you tired of the rules that don't work? Are you tired of the prayers that don't get you answers? Are you tired of following this entire way of living that presupposes that you are, in effect, a victim to your life? Oh, I can't do anything. That's just the way life is. Oh, that's just the way life goes. Oh, that's just... No. You have to start to entertain the concept that you are the womb of this new earth we're all creating. Thank you, Fran. You are the womb. You and I, we're the womb. Let's do this. How do we do this? You know, we can either sit around and go, oh, I'm just going to pray. I'm just going to pray. What the hell are you praying for? If you're praying and it feels good, keep doing it, because everything from this point on is about how you feel. That one thing that you've been told throughout your life in a myriad of ways is unimportant, is stupid, is weak, is the very power. It's the very power that changes what we see going on in the country. Good morning, Paragon, honey. That is the very thing that brings forth the new. Do you like specific? How about the fact that when you are born, it's out of a womb? You're not born out of a penis. You're born out of a womb. All of us. Oh, Fran, that's so cool. Fran says, I feel that. I'm feeling that way now through meditation. That is fabulous. Fabulous. Oh, Paragon, thanks. You're so sweet. Hi, Frozzy, or Frozy. My name's Lori. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project, and on Sundays what we do is we talk about the irreverent sacred. We talk about getting out of the, I was going to say the wrong word. We're getting out of the religious rules, hi, Haida, and into us being the interception, us being the answer, without thinking we have to be the one who's now going to march out in a new set of armor. That's not the job. That was the job of Pisces. That was the job of the age of Pisces. This is the age of Aquarius. Welcome home. Welcome home. What the hell do you mean, Lori? What do you mean, welcome home? I mean, welcome home. How do you feel? Fine. Shut up. I want to know how you feel. I want to know what you feel. I want to know where you feel it in your body. I want to know if you're even aware of your body. I want to know, thank you, Fran. I want to know how you are. Oh, well, I don't know. I'm upset about this and I'm upset about that. And now you're on a road to honesty, to authenticity. I feel this, I feel that, I feel that. You feel ecstatic? Yeah, that's so much fun. I feel ecstatic. I feel back pain. And I also feel determination, and it feels electric. That's how I feel. And I feel it I feel the pain in my back. I feel the annoyance. I feel the electricity of like, fuck it, I'm going to go do this thing. And, you know, and I'm learning. It's so much fun. It's so much more fun than let me concentrate on everything that makes my life suck and see if I can wrestle it to the ground. It's not working. Haven't you noticed? Yeah. Well, what I want to get, I want to try a lot of different things because this ain't it for Lori. No, this is not the way Lori likes to live. Yeah, thank you. That's good. That gives me permission to go get a massage. Probably the first one I've had in about 25 years, by the way. Everything that you've ever done in your life has been built on a false premise, and it is not your fault. It's not your fault. This is what we've been given. We've been given a false premise to build our lives on, and now we have the opportunity to go, hold on, let me just take that rug out from under there and put it where I want it. That's pretty good. I like that image. I want to put the rug where I want it. I don't want to be the one who believes that I don't really have any personal agency in this life. I don't want that. I want to believe that I matter. I want to believe that I have a way to actually impact how I feel. Yes, me too. Fran says, I'm doing this, I'm reading what you're saying in the chat so that I can put it into the, anyway, it's for people who don't see very well. I'm feeling my way back into a reality I desire to be in. You know what? Try this tweak. I'm feeling my way back into a reality that I'm actually in. Like I'm recognizing that I'm already there and I've just been trained not to look at it. Because that's the truth, you guys. That's the truth. Would you guys please share this out for me? And also thank you for the hearts. Let's keep going with that. That's fresh. That's, oh yeah, that book is really, really good. Really good, Fran. Becoming Supernatural. Yeah. Completely awesome. Here is the thing. Here is the question always for me. And this is always, how do we make it real? How do we, first of all, see the jail bars that we're standing in front, and we're standing so close to them that our faces out here, we don't see them. Does that make sense? We're out here going, what bars? What jail cell? But what are you talking about? But if you pull back on it, you're going to see that what you're doing is you're living by a bunch of spiritual, religious, and social rules. That's why my business is called the Goodbye Good Girl Project, because we have to stop going, yes, sir, 3 bags full. We have to start questioning stuff. We have to start taking personal agency. And we don't even know what that means half the time, right? Like, we are really good at following the rules because it's what we were taught to do. Well, guess what? It's time to be the rebel. It's time to be the 16-year-old rebel. Welcome to the party, pal. That's why it's irreverent. You cannot, for instance, look at the Bible and say, this is a bunch of stories that tell me when I'm being a good girl or a bad girl. Rip that up. That is not it. That is not it. If you, oh, wow. Fran, out of all things you can say, you use jail. My son is in jail and I'm manifesting his freedom. He has to help you with that, baby. He has to help you with that. Do you talk to him about it? Because if he leaves just a little smidge of a door open in his consciousness for possibility, then that'll supercharge what you're doing for him. Fabulous. Yes, you agreed yesterday. Oh, really good. Okay. I call what we live in the patriarchal castle. We're not even aware we're in the damn castle. Truly. We have no idea what the hell's going on. Once you see it, then you go, oh, yeah, no. So I'm looking for something for you. I'm not finding it. Because I want to give you, here we go. I want to talk to you about different ways of looking at the Bible. Okay? Different ways of looking at at the wisdom that was handed down to us so long ago, and yet they still saw stuff, they still knew stuff. They said, wait until this age. I'm not a biblical scholar. But I'm learning from one. I'm learning from a man named criminy, Bill Donahue, who is on YouTube. Go watch Bill Donahue, not the Catholic one, the one who is with Hidden Meanings Church, or he was. He passed in January of this year. Okay? He talks, yes, I absolutely adore Bill. God, love him, he's got my heart. And he talks about, Fran, you may have heard this, not Phil, Bill, not Phil. Yeah, no, it's hard to hear, I know. Bill, God, I wish I could type. Bill Donahue. H-U-E. There we go. There's a place in the Bible where the Jesus figure says, follow the man with the pitcher of water to the upper room and I will meet you there. So we're all sitting here going, we're imagining a man carrying a pitcher of water, going up some stairs to the upper room and Jesus meeting him there. This is the way we've been taught to read religious and, not religious, sorry, wisdom texts. This is how we've been taught to read wisdom texts, as if they were literal. They're not literal. They're not literal. The Bible itself says so. It says Jesus doesn't talk but in allegory. An allegory is something that represents something else. And yet we have it so baked into our beings that these are injunctions. Thou shalt. If thou shalt not, thou shalt be damned for all time. We've got it baked into our consciousness. So I don't really care if you tell me, well, I don't believe that. Yeah, you do. You do not have access all at the same time currently to all of the ways in which that kind of crap has infiltrated your consciousness, your nervous system, and your emotional settings, and the grooves in your brain. You don't know. That's okay, right? I mean, you can give yourself a break on that, right? Shit, I'm supposed to know all that? No, you're not. But you can receive the insights as you go along if you are not busy only focusing on the assumptions that you hold. We've got to light a candle in the darkness we live in. And that is all it takes is a candle. It does not take a flashlight. It does not take a floodlight. It doesn't take bright lights throughout the entire city. It takes a frickin' candle. It just takes a candle. It is in the realm of possibilities, and it is also in the realm, when you bring it right into the body, it is in the realm of feeling 1% better. Just 1% better. And the reason that that is so important, the reasons that that is so important, is that you understand, friend, you are trying to manifest, you are not trying, you are working to manifest your son's freedom. It's been done. It's been done. It's not done regularly because we don't have, as a collective, we don't yet have a whole lot of belief in our own abilities to do this. But you do. Our energy is what goes out into the world and creates what happens. It's what calls in from here. It's always from here. It's not that your energy has to leave here in order to call stuff in. That's not it. But your energy is always, you are, how do I put it? You are, what is it? Paragon, what do you call it? When you've got like, you're like an energy pulsar. I can't think what the word is. But that's who we are. We are energy stations. We are energy stations. And our energy is always coming out from, it's always just nonstop. Yes, magnetic frequencies for sure. So, but here's what we do. We're doing this all the time, which means we are constant manifestors. Constant manifestors. And yet, we keep looking outside. We keep forgetting to come here and tend the quality of this. Electromagnetic, thank you. We are electromagnetic, oh God. We understand what we're talking about. Yeah, Fran. Paragon knows our physics stuff. Oh dear, I'm having a fit. Sorry. Think about this for a second with me. We spend our whole lives being energy, being energetic factories, electromagnetic pulsars. We can't help it. It's not something we do, it's something we are. We even talk about, oh, I attracted this, I attracted that, I attracted this person, I attracted that person. But then what we don't quite have is that connective tissue between I'm doing that and I have a power connected to this. There's something there's something over here that's the power. What's happening here? And we don't tend to ask that kind of question. It's not done. Well, we're doing it here. Joe Dispenza does it in his own way. There are teachers who are doing it. There are educators, guides, whoever, who are doing this. I wanted to step into the place where we don't have to sit down to be doing our meditation. We're actually in our lives being the womb to this energy. But in order to do that, you have to stay. Your attention has got to stay here. Your attention has to stay here. It doesn't mean you don't want anything. It doesn't mean you don't go for anything. It doesn't mean you don't do anything. But your attention. Well, that's interesting that you say that, Fran, because I've just launched a weekly meditation, a weekly group meditation. It's for women, and it's on Tuesdays from noon to 1 p.m. It's $19 a month, and it meets every week. So let me put that. You can take a look at this and see what I know. That's really what. It's marvelous that you even said that, because that just makes me feel confirmed in what I am. Yeah, what I am. Yeah, hold on. There's the link. You can go see if that's your jam or not. And I have the coolest place that we're meeting too. Also, it's a beach. It's a virtual beach. It's a cool new program, and it's just so awesome. Anyway, that's really good. I have to, I have to lock in what you just said to facilitate the energy. That's a really strong phrase. Okie dokie. So here we are. Let's talk about this. Follow the man with the pitcher of water to the upper room, and I will meet you there. I don't know about you, but what I see is Jesus in a dusty biblical street, standing there watching for the man with the pitcher of water, and then watching the man with the pitcher of water go up some stairs that, no door, just stairs from the outside that go up, and then Jesus going up and meeting him. That's what I see in my head. How does that freaking help me in my spiritual walk? It doesn't. It doesn't help me. And what does it mean to be helped? What does it mean you're being helped in this? It means you feel better. How else are you going to define it? I feel better. That's the way you define. If you have had a communication with the Jesus figure or the Buddha figure or whoever it is that you adore, the truth doesn't have to have a figure with it. Like whoever it is you're connecting with. If you do that, what happens? You feel better. Why are we so intent on saying that emotion is not important when it's frickin' everything? I'll tell you why. Because the patriarchy designed it that way. It designed it that way. And that's been the age of Pisces. It's been millennia. or thousands of years or whatever the hell it is. I haven't looked it up lately. But, so the idea was, let's get the feminine out of the way. We don't want the feminine. We're just going to see how far we can go by using our brains. We're just going to see how far we can go just using the mind. Forget the feminine. Feminine is, and that's exactly, Fran, yes, to disconnect us from our real power. That is exactly what it was for. Now, it became, on our plane, a real victim problem because we were victims to this system. But we're waking up now. We're waking up now. And so my work is to help you understand what that actually means and how to embody the power. Because the default is to go to the patriarchal modes of behavior. The patriarchal mode is, I'm going to fight you. And that's it. That's the patriarchy's answer to frickin' everything. I'm going to fight you. Actually, it's not the only one. The other one that is based in religion is, I just have to surrender. But that's also victimy. It's like, I'm just going to surrender and then God will maybe smile on me. Surrender is very, very important, and surrender is very amazing. But it's not really something you do. It's something you make room for. It's like when you've just gotten tired enough from fighting, you just go, oh, never mind. And then you can receive. Then you're like, oh, this is great, man. I feel better. I feel good. And I know that I'm not the only thing in this soup creating my reality. There's something else here as well, and it's your energy. It's your energy. It's your emotion. It's your emotional set point. It's, look at Abraham Hicks. Look at Bill Donahue. Look at yourself. One of the most powerful things I'm doing right now, and I have to keep reminding myself to look at where it is powerful, because it's not producing boats and houses and millions of dollars, is that I'm sitting with my own unkindness to me, towards me. We're all really, really freaking hard on ourselves. It's what we've been taught to do. It's what we've been taught to do. We've been taught that we're flawed and that therefore we have to look out for what stupid stuff we've done now and then fix it. Be ashamed of it and fix it. That is our entire existence. It is enough now. Wouldn't you say? It's enough. Hi, hero. So wouldn't you want to know how to live your life, your internal experience from a place that is not governed from, here, let me assume that I'm messed up, and let me assume that I have to be mean to myself, to fix myself, to hold myself to ridiculous standards. That's so fucking boring. Excuse me. It's boring. Maybe that's just living long enough to feel bored with it. Most of my life it felt frustrating. Francis, feminine power is an active nurturing, and we know how to naturally build community. Yep. We've done a lot of that with a sense of shame underpinning us somewhere. Oh, it's too feminine. It's too woo-woo. It's too touchy-feely. Woo-woo and touchy-feely is where all the power is. That's why those phrases are said with such disdain. So you will believe the untruth, that stuff is unimportant. I want to tell you a story, Fran. I had a friend named Jane, and Jane was incredibly tuned in to the feminine. To the spiritual. She was amazing. Anyway, we were both in a group out in California of people looking for work, and we would show up every Wednesday, and, over time, that room became really just depressing because everybody in there's like, I still don't have a job, it's like that. And one day I showed up, and the feeling in the room was as if somebody had psychically scrubbed it. Oh, you are? I'm in Ohio. I left California after it kicked my ass. And that I walked into the room, and it felt bright and just yummy and yay and great and wonderful. And And I'm like, what happened in here? This is fantastic. It felt hopeful and like, it was so great. And then Jane wasn't there, and I called her. I said, where are you? She goes, yeah, I slept in because I spent all night doing energetic work on that room. Really? She cleaned it all up. Now, she wasn't about to do that every week because, come on, boundaries. But that's how powerful we are. That's how powerful we are. And so my work a lot of the time these days is watching what my mind tells me, not for is it right or wrong, but for what is the nature of what it believes. What does it believe? Oh, so you're assuming that your body is more powerful than your emotional set points. That's your setting. Oh, okay, I see that. Now, if I go into I can't think that way, then I'm at battle again. I'm at war, and the patriarchy that has been installed within each of us wins. Our escape from the patriarchal castle is here. It's here. Tricky for me, because I love to work really hard, is that if I work really hard at this, then I'm doing a little bit more violence to myself, and that's not good. So, what I noticed a few days ago was the internal constant state of me that is like, right? Like the internal, like wearing the, what the heck do you call it? Wearing the armor. So my emotional set point is held on this base of like, right? And I went, damn. And the reason I got to that realization was that I went, I'd really like to fall in love with myself. I finally am where I like myself a lot. Now I want to love myself. I want to walk in love. I want to walk in love. I think that's a great goal. And then I felt everything in me, which is like my whole entire insides that feel like this. Self-protective and battling. It's a vibrational feeling. It's a feeling of musculature. It's a feeling of your fascia. It's a feeling. And that's important because when you get past your need to label it, wrestle it to the ground, kill it, fix it, do something prescriptive like that, now you can actually feel what you're feeling, and you can be what you truly are for this age, which is the interceptor. You are the intercept. You are the one that comes between the unconscious patterns and the reality of your feminine power. And honestly, the masculine power hasn't even been invoked yet. The only masculine stuff that's been going on here is control and domination. Nothing to do with real power. Nothing. So, to get back to the human garage taught me about fascia. Our body's a powerful portal. Ain't that the truth? I'm learning more and more. I mean, you could teach us. Like, go ahead and put some stuff in the chat if you feel like it. I don't know what human garage is. That's interesting. Is that a show? Or a body of study? That's really cool. I like that phrase. So let's go dismantle the bullshit that religion has laid on the Bible. I've mentioned it twice now. Let me get to the actual point of this story before I get distracted again. Jesus said, follow the man with the pitcher of water into the upper room and I will meet you there. And we see people walking upstairs and meeting in rooms. Here's what it really is. The man with the pitcher of water is the representation of the age of Aquarius. Men didn't carry pitchers of water. Women did in those ages, in those times. Women did. So I'm told. I wasn't there that I can remember. I probably was, so were you. But we can't remember it. So looking at it from a mystical perspective, Follow the man with the pitcher of water means wait for the age of Aquarius. And when you're there, go to the upper room. Go to the upper room. Go to the upper room. Sit down, shut up, listen to the silence, be the womb, receive, and I will meet you there. I will meet you there. Sorry, you guys. That's practical. That makes sense. If you're going to read any sacred texts, literally, you are done. Now, you can take some of the stuff from them and use them to support you in your strength. Like if you are practicing something, living something, thinking something, aligning with something that gives you a feeling of, yeah, I feel good, I feel strong. Oh, thank you, Fran. I'm gonna check that out. Then you're always on good footing. You're always on stable footing if the thing that you're taking in strengthens how you feel. You're on great footing. If you are listening to stuff that makes you go, I'm terrible and I have to try harder, or makes you feel shame, or makes you feel like you're just like this all the time, then you are needing an infusion of the feminine. You are needing to let yourself back down off of the cross and take a breath and try to do something different and shift how you feel by 1%. You have to go small. You have to go small. You have to not look for, oh God, Fran, I'm so glad you were here. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you'll join us again. I'm here 6 days a week. I'll be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. Have a great day. And Fran also said fascia is what scientists consider the seat of consciousness. Now, I did not know that. That is freaking cool. That is freaking cool. In fact, I'm going to go look up something. Let's see. Fascia is what scientists consider the seat of consciousness. Someone just said that on TikTok. And we're going to see what Claude says. So Claude says it's not 100% true, but it is now understood to be far more than connective tissue. It contains an enormous number of nerve endings. It communicates through the body. It responds to trauma and emotion. It holds tension in ways that affect the entire system. It's a legitimate and unexplored part of how the body processes experience. Well, that sounds like a lot of consciousness to me. And apparently, today, my energy is such that I'm trying to convey to you how you don't have to listen to this, to the religious aspect of it, but still retain your connection to the spiritual, because you're it, tag, you're it all day long. You are the energy, you are connected to the energy that creates worlds, you are made of it. So in reality, you should not be limited. You should not see yourself as limited, because you're not. But Lori, I don't have, the money, and I don't have the marriage, and I don't have the whatever it is. I know. Because everything starts here, and this is the one place you've been told not to pay any attention to. What do you mean? I mean, how do you feel? When you go out into the world, do you go out with like an anticipation of like there will be good stuff happening, or do you go out with an anticipation of life's going to suck today? Oh, thank you, observer. Because it's on us. It's on us. We are the vibrational mothers of the nature of our lives. It doesn't mean, oh, if I got attacked that I wanted that. That's not what it means. I remember hearing Louise Hay talk once, back in the 80s. And she said, I used to attract all the wrong men. Observer, you are awesome. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you so much. And she said, I used to attract all the wrong men. I got married to an alcoholic. You know, my father was an alcoholic. Not her father. My stepfather was an alcoholic, and he would SA me. And she's like, I would attract all the wrong people. And she said, and then I spent some time imagining all the ways in which I would unalive him. Now that sounds pretty crazy, or it sounds pretty like, I don't know, it's just intense, right? But she said, it wasn't that I really wanted, like I wasn't going to go out and do that. She says, but I needed to let that rage have a point, have a direction, have a place to go. I needed to, and what she really needed, in my opinion, she needed to hear herself. She needed to receive her own outrage and her own pain and her own victimhood. She needed to hear it. And so she did that. And she said, now my vibration is such that men like that don't even see me. They don't even notice me. That's what we have at our disposal, you guys, is that kind of energetic ability. We have that. We are always, always, always broadcasting. Always, always, always broadcasting. Always. Always. Thank you, Tommy. The thing is, we're not doing it deliberately and consciously. We're in default mode. Oh, well, this is just me. Oh, well, the world's just like this. Oh, well. Okay. No. Not true. No. You can actually trend that energy, but you have to trend it from here. We keep trying to trend it from out there. Ooh, how can I get the job? How can I get the boat? How can I get the lover? Right? We're trying to trend it from out. You're trying to create stuff from the stuff that's already created. You need to create from the uncreated. You need to create from here. You need to create from the endless possibilities that you literally are. You are literally, according to Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's the coolest astrophysicist that's probably ever lived, that you and I, we are made of stars that were created millennia ago. Mind-blowing. Literally, our bodies, our molecules are made in part of literal star stuff. How could it be so hard to believe that there's more to us than what meets the eye? How could that be? Is it just stubbornness? No, it's training. It's patterns. Patterns of thought. Oh, thank you for the share, Observer. It's patterns of how that, of like, well, this is how I have to live my life. Bullshit. You decide how to live your life. And I am not talking about, well, damn, I live in a one-bedroom apartment. I can't choose to live in a mansion. That's not the point. You choose how to experience your life. Choose how to experience your life. Do you feel like crap mostly every day? Do you feel hopeless mostly every day? Or do you feel like there's possibilities out here? And I just don't know. Let's see. Maybe there's, who knows? Are you doing a who knows mostly? Are you trending in that direction? Or are you trending in the I know life sucks? Because I met a woman the other day, really nice woman, but my God, she is absolutely on the life sucks train. She's certain everything's not going to work out. And I said to her, you'd really do yourself a favor if you just leave a little sliver of possibilities open. She went, oh, I do. And I'm thinking, no, you don't. You absolutely do not. The most negative conversations with her, I'm like, I don't need to be around this. Because I'm going up. I'm going out. And it's all from here. I stay here. Whatever people say, whatever I feel, I stay here. And the question that I ask myself, the question you can ask yourself is, how does it make me feel? Oh God, I went to workshops where, to try to make money, to try to become a millionaire so I could stop being afraid all the time because I thought the money would fix it. And I remember going to these like 16-hour day, 14-hour day like intense workshops over like 3 days. Oh my God, these were brainwashing things. These were brainwashing things. And it can brainwash you to feel really fabulous, and you're surrounded by other people, and so your nervous systems are all aligned with each other, and you're like, I feel fabulous, I'm an amazing human, I can do anything. And then you leave and you spend all your money there, by the way. Here's the answer, you can spend your money right here. Cool, I'm gonna spend my money, I'm gonna be happy forever. And then you leave and you can't make anything of what you just bought, and you also have now, you're not surrounded by all of that energy anymore, and you haven't built your container to frickin' hold it. All of that energy you felt, yes, it's yours, but you don't have a physical container, an emotional, mental container strong enough to hold it on your own. And that's what you want. You want that. You think it's a matter of willpower because it's what we've been taught. Oh, just if you know it, that's all you need. You understand it? Okay, then you can do it. Oh, stop. Seriously? Who believes that? Come on. You know you don't believe that. But your body does. Your emotions do. And that's the whole point. That's the whole point. You can say whatever it is that your mind thinks, that's great. But if the rest of you is not in alignment, you are a push me, pull you. You are not going anywhere. You're not going anywhere. It's crucial to understand that you are not just your mind. You are your emotional body, you are your nervous system, you are your heart, you are your thoughts, all of it is what impacts you in your body. Hey, Bartholomew. Thanks for stopping by, sweetie. Can you understand you're not just your mind? We've proven this. How old are you? You don't have to tell me, but how old are you? How many times have you tried prayer? How many times? Please, God, give me. And then you didn't see the thing you wanted, and then you had choices, and you took them based on the patriarchal rules. So apparently, I'm not getting that thing because I'm not worthy. Oh, apparently I'm not getting that thing because God's timing. Oh, apparently I'm not getting that because God wanted me to learn something from the lack. God doesn't give a shit what you learn. God is pure positive energy. God is pure positive energy, and you are made of that. We are created of that. Literally vibrating with that. The reason we don't see it, we're not focused. We're not letting any of that focus happen at all. And then we're like, why aren't you here with me? God said, I am there with you. Look over here. And the over here is here. It's right here. It's the internal weather of your life. It's the quality of your life. I have walked through my adult life like this, internally. I'm a very kind person. But internally, my experience is of I'd better be careful. I'd better be ready to fight. I think it's how we all are, frankly. I think that is absolutely the deal. And it's either I have to be careful and I have to fight, or I have to be careful and I have to cower. I think that's been our set point throughout the age of Pisces. And we get to do a new thing now, and it's up to us. It's up to us to do it. And so what I'm doing is I am sitting with the discomfort of how that feels in my body. And the thing about that I want you to understand, thank you, observer, what I want you to understand is that if I sat with that and I tried to fix it, that would be a really kind of a violence against myself. And Bartholomew, true dat, learning to sit with discomfort is life-changing. It's consciousness changing. It's so freaking uncomfortable, but if you breathe into it, if you will let yourself relax a little bit, stop fighting, that's real surrender. It's moments of surrender. There are degrees of surrender. And when you change, the world changes around you. Yes, Bartholomew, absolutely. But if you just keep looking for the external to show that you've really done some work, you're missing some of the power. You're sort of oozing away some of the power. Because the only thing you need to focus on, honestly, as the generative place is, how do you feel? Do you feel 1% better? I created something called the 1% solution. And it's out of the fact that I healed 40 years of depression in 5 days with awareness of emotion and how do you feel, and do you feel 1% better? 5 frickin' days. So I'm coming to you from that understanding. Happened 4 years ago. I don't have clinical depression anymore. Yeah, how do you feel about how you feel? Right, because the patriarchal castle wants you to always be at war so you can stay in the rules that it created that tell you that you're not important, your emotions don't matter, you cannot win, and even though it's the castle's rules that you cannot win, you need to blame yourself. So what that does is it sends us out on a healing journey, but the healing journey, the way we approach it is there's something wrong with me. That's not true. It's not fundamentally true. There is nothing, as a human being, take your name out of it. As a human being, there is nothing that can be denied you if you want it badly enough and you have the container and the consciousness. You know, you have to build these things. Nothing can be denied you if you're willing to do that work. And we are so limited in our thinking. Well, I want the boat. I want the house. I can't wait to get into the house that I'm going to buy. I don't know when, but it doesn't matter. This is something Abraham Hicks talks about a lot. The whole game is to live in the joyous feeling, to live in the feeling of undoubting expectation, and stop focusing on the shit that's keeping us from that. The anticipation is wonderful, Bartholomew. It's fabulous. And understand that when you focus on that feeling of, I feel, oh, this is fun, I like this feeling. When you focus on that, and for a little while, a minute and a half, you started the manifestation process. But the place that we all fall down and go boom is that then we immediately start looking outside. Is it here yet? Is it here yet? That's such a stumbling block. Can you just live in practicing? That means you don't have to be perfect. In fact, you better not, because you'll kill the whole thing. Can we live in the practice of feeling a little bit better about where we are right now? Thank you, Lisa, for the follow. I appreciate you. Welcome to the community. You're being the rebel when you do this, and that's a great thing. Oh, it's such a good thing. I've been a rebel my whole life, and it has felt really wrong because I've been ahead of my damn time. I'm not the only one. I'm not saying I'm the only one. But I've been a rebel my whole life going, I don't just blindly believe this stuff. How could it be true? Is there a way in which I'm not seeing this? Like, we are all one. I get the concept, but can you explain this to me? Like, can you explain this to me in a way that makes sense? I finally stumble across it because I'm looking. I'm open to hearing the answers. I finally came across it a number of years ago. We are all energy. That's our source code. We're energy. So that's why it is that when the phone rings, you know before you even look at the dial thing that it's your best friend calling. You just know. It's the reason when the phone rings and you can, oh shoot, it's bad news. You just know. It's the reason that when my best friend went through cancer a couple summers ago, I called her one day and I said, did you have your first treatment today? Because I knew she had. She's like, yeah. I said, girl, I am so connected to you. that all I can taste is metallic stuff in my mouth. She's like, that's what it tastes like. I'm like, why would that be possible? Because we're all energy and we're all the same energy. It's like they talk about it in spiritual terms as this is the ocean and we're all waves. We're all waves of the ocean. We get born, we do our thing, and we go back into the wave. We go back into the ocean. It's a much nicer way to look at birth and death, isn't it? And it's the energetic truth. Energy is what we've been kept from because it's the feminine. And you cannot be in touch with your own energy, with your own feminine, your own intuition, your own questioning, your own creativity, your own womb-likeness. You can't do that if you have somebody with their foot on your neck. And the foot on your neck is that you've had, like I have, the patriarchal castle has been installed. You are not important. How you feel doesn't matter. You cannot win, and blame yourself for that. No, I refuse to blame myself. Exactly, Bartholomew. The wave was never separate from the ocean. It's just movement, 100%. Now, we can say, I get that, I know that. Don't you want to experience that? Don't you want to be able to live that truth? Because one of the basic things that we have in our world is that we don't believe that's possible because we haven't experienced it. We believe it's possible, but we don't believe it's possible. And that, for my money, is why you find an enlightened master and go sit with them until you get, oh my God, this is possible. Here's a human body, and the energy coming off of this human body is so incredible that I feel like I've just become enlightened. Like, I feel incredible. That's what happened to me. That actually happened to me. So interesting. Have you heard of Amachi, the hugging saint? Amachi grew up in a little fishing village in the south of India, in Kerala. She came into her birth. Her mother didn't even know she was pregnant. Her mother's like, was working in the fields or whatever, wherever she was working. And she was like, my stomach's upset. She laid down, out comes the baby. Seriously. And her baby came out having a blue tinge to her dark skin. Well, Amachi, at the age of 6 months, started walking like a normal person, like you or I walk. She started singing songs to the divine. She's the most remarkable saint that has ever lived up to now, truly. And they call her the hugging saint because when you go to see her, she takes you in her arms. She looks you in your eyes. You feel absolutely seen and accepted and loved through and through. And then if you're crying, she'll dry your eyes. Sometimes she'll take your cheeks. She'll put her face next to yours and she'll say, my darling, 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 darling daughter or son. And then she gives you a Hershey's kiss and a flower petal, which is considered prasad, which is a gift from the divine. Oh, she's everybody's grandma on steroids. I would say Bartholomew. For sure. Yeah, go on YouTube. Check her out. She has spent since the age of, I think it's 16, giving people this experience. Now, whether we can get it, whether we get that that's what's happened, is a whole other story. So, and not everybody gets it. Now, I get it, I got it, and then I didn't get it. Like, I walk in, like she walks in, and after like a day, oh, she's so much more than Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa was not enlightened. Mother Teresa was fabulous. Amma came in knowing her oneness. It's a whole different game. Amma is what they consider an avatar, coming in knowing that she's one with the divine essence and all that. It's pretty freaking stunning. Mostly people like that, people who are enlightened, they don't touch worldly people because our energies are so freaking low for them. They're like, we'll just let we'll be the resonant thing and you can like tune in. We're not going to touch you. But Mother decided that the world needed a mother. So she takes us in her arms. Do you know what kind of energy that means she has? She sits there, sometimes 26 hours a day, just hugging people and answering questions at the same time. And I mean, like, come on. It's not like my grandma. So I meet her, and within 24 hours, I am in spiritual realizations that I have not earned from this life. And I'm going, oh my God. I'm like, I'm one with that. I'm one with her, and she's one. I am her. She is me. Oh my God. Ah. And like all of my pores feel like they're streaming with light. It's very visceral. And then 10 days later, she leaves. And in 1988, when I met her, she only came once a year, not twice a year, which she did after 1990. And I fell apart. Fell apart. I didn't have the nervous system, the understanding, the whatever, all the things that you need to hold that kind of experience and deepen your experience of it. Well, all of us are now in a period of wakey, 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 wakey. And the wake is not, we should be good to each other. Honey, that's a frickin' given. It's just, that's a given. No. If we've already got that, there's more to go, right? Did you think you were done? Well, I know everything I need to know now. Are you kidding me? If you are not yet delirious or at least relieved or at least having a good day every once a month, you ain't there yet. None of us are. We've got to practice this. We've got to practice the fact that we keep saying, we are one with that. Really? Where are you bringing it in? Well, I'm really nice to other people. That's great. What about you? My very best friend in the world. I'm always having to say to her, what do you need? What do you need? Because, God, she's so codependent. It's ridiculous. I'm like, hello? There's somebody sitting here waiting for your attention. It is you. If you don't want to pay attention to yourself, that's up to you. I'm not going to try to change you. But this is the deal. This is the truth bomb. It's about us. Can you be kind to yourself? See, people even left because I was talking about that. People have trouble with this. Oh my God. I'm supposed to be nice to me? I understand. When I first met Amma, a few years later, she came out with a card that said, real faith is the faith in one's own self. And I went, oh, hell no. You kidding me? I am freaking depressed and crazy and stupid and all these. I'm not trustworthy. I can't have faith in me. I didn't understand a word of it, but I kept that damn card because I didn't understand it. And I'm like, and I had heard everything that a great being says and does, it has a meaning and it's not random and it's not throwaway. So just, if something resonates with you, hold on to it till you understand it. Thank God I heard that because I've had that card. Where is it? It's over here somewhere. I've had that card for years, and now I understand what the hell it's talking about. Now I can practice it. Faith in yourself means having faith that you build through experience of being capable of being all of you. That, oh my God, I'm allowed to be in the room in this situation. I'm not just being a victim to my life, to my job, to my boss. I actually I matter, I can take the risk of looking for another job and maybe getting it, and maybe leaving this horrible situation over here, and maybe I can feel better here, and that will better my life, and I made that choice. Yes, you made that choice. It's time to challenge ourselves, to change the quality of how we feel, because that's where that's where the whole world comes from, is how we feel, and how we feel en masse. That's where it's at. Okay. Well, I have a very sore back right now, and I'm going to go put some ice on it. My question is, what can we do for the children of the world not to be 60, 70, 80 years old? Right, right. Well, what we need to know, no. I'm not going to agree with you on that, but I'll tell you specifically why I don't. Children, we need to nurture their enlightenment is the thing I'm reacting to right now. Maybe you're going to say the same thing. Maybe we're arguing like semantics or whatever. But hi, Chloe, love. We need to nurture children's totality, their emotion, their humanness, their feelings, their thanks, Paragon. We need to stop making them conform. We got to stop making ourselves conform. It's enough. We don't deserve this prison we live in. And we're the guard at our own prison door. So that's why the work that I do, hi Abigail, the work that I'm doing is I want to show you the pattern interrupt. I want to show you that all the stuff that you're blaming yourself is not you, it's the programming. Children are enlightened by default. The cage is built. The cage is built within them. This is the problem. The cage is built within us. We respond. When you come in as an infant, you're just open. You're just open energy, right? And then people start going, don't do that. Do this. Don't do that. Do this. And and so you adjust because you don't like that feeling of like, what the hell, man? And so you do it automatically. And that is the installation of the patriarchal castle within you, within your nervous system, within your ways of thinking, within you go right into survival. From the word frickin' go, you go into survival. What if you didn't have to live with a consciousness of survival? How would that be different? How would that be different? What if I didn't feel like I had to always be looking out in self-protection? What if I didn't have to feel that? Chloe, I'm fantastic. How are you? How would your life change? I want you to ask yourself, and I want you to answer yourself. How would your life be different if you didn't have to go through life on the lookout for how life's going to mess you up? Wait, Lori, is that possible? Really good question. I want you to see, okay, look. You can go, yes, it's possible, and then you think you've done something. You've done nothing. When you ask your nervous system, when you ask your emotions, when you ask the way that your whole insides feel when that is said to you, now you're answering the damn question. How would it feel to not be in constant self-protection in my daily life? Okay. Well, what I feel when I say that is like the tightness across my chest. And interestingly, the pain in my back eased up with that question. So apparently something in my back has been standing like this. Okay, cool. That's doing something. Every time you bring that little bit of the candle in the darkness. Every time you bring that, not fighting yourself, but receiving yourself, that's the feminine. And you are literally healed in that moment. You're literally healed. And the next time you come back at it, you're coming back at it from another level. And maybe you don't have the awareness. No, I don't think many, if any of us do, I don't know, to know that you've just up-leveled. But if you keep going, you're going to notice it, because the way you think has changed, the way you feel has changed. Yes, exactly, Abigail. It's like having more oxygen than I've had access to for a long time. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. And I've had a lot of that, like not holding my breath. And one of the first things was when I went into acting. Because I learned that I could just be, and that it was really, I could just be freely me and all my emotions, and wow, it was so cool. And that's why I love acting. Because it's not pretending, it's allowing. It's allowing. But I wasn't done. You're not done. We now know release feels like more oxygen. We've experienced, it feels so good. Whew, I'm not in that tight box anymore, but you know where you are now? You're in this box now. So you're eventually going to come to it's going to get like this, and you're going to want to break out of that, right? Because there's all these different aspects energetically. It's not your issues, it's not your trauma. Energetically, you are a growth being. You're always growing. You're always developing. You're always becoming. You can never get it right, and you can never get it done. You are constantly growing. This is the most amazing, exciting thing. You are, it's not your trauma. Your trauma is its own thing, yes. And yes, you have to go deal with that. But what you don't understand is that your trauma has created some of this energy. And when you go to the energy, you heal the trauma. It's not about what did they say and what did I say and what could I have said and how could I let that happen and why did I attract that. And it's just go straight to the energy. Straight there. It's crazy, I know. It's going to take some practice. It's going to take some noodling around till you go, what the? I don't know if I understand what this bitch is saying. I don't get it. But once you get one experience of doing that, of going, it matters how I feel, and then shifting it by a tiny bit, and you realize, holy crap, I just did that. I have personal agency in this existence. Now you are on the road. Now you have a different place to go than the patriarchy, which says fight yourself, blame yourself, hate yourself. We're really good at that. We're really, really good at being mean to ourselves and at disliking ourselves and as seeing ourselves as a project to be fixed. Don't do it. Of course you're going to do it, but I'm just saying, what would it be like if we didn't? That's what I'm working on now. I can feel the decades of the energy of I can feel it. And the relaxing into it, that is the feminine. That is softening to what is. Not trying to wrestle it to the ground and kill it. Just a little bit of softness, a little bit of kindness, a little bit of mercy. Just a little bit. It's all you can handle. Hey, Devin is here. Hi, Devin. Stop trying to go for bliss. You can't have it. Sorry. You have to work up to it. You think you can walk into a gym and put a 150-pound weight on something and go, yeah, it's my first time at the gym. We have to work on this stuff. But it's a different kind of working at than the patriarchy would tell you to. Patriarchy wants you to look at everything that's wrong in your life, connect it to your issues, connect it to your trauma, and then make yourself wrong and then try to go fix yourself, even though the rule of the patriarchal castle is you can't win and now you have to blame yourself or you have to blame God. You're going nowhere. This whole Megillah, you're going nowhere. you're expending a hell of a lot of energy and going nowhere. Why would you do that to yourself if you can see the pattern? But that's the trick. Can you see what's happening? Can you see that it's not you? Can you see that you've been hijacked? Can you see that all of us have been hijacked and brainwashed and made to think that everything is our fault? It's not your frickin' fault. It's your frickin' programming. You could be healed of your trauma tomorrow. It frickin' happened to me. But you have to get below all the rules and all of the self-judgments and all that. And you're like, well, that's what I'm working at. No, feel the vibrational frequency of it. Go to the sensation. Go to the sensation. Go to the felt experience, because you can shortcut everything when you do that. Oh yeah, I define bliss very differently too. I mean, I know there's a bliss that I've had that's been really like more complete than what I feel right now. But you know, another definition for me of bliss these days is, am I experiencing my kindness to myself? Am I experiencing my own mercy? Am I experiencing the, oh, fuck it, let me just be, let me just not be so mean. That's pretty damn blissful for somebody who used to hate herself. Like I used to hate myself. Oh, Abigail, that's so sweet. Happy Mother's Day to all mothers in this conversation, even pet moms. I'm a pet mom. You used past experience and wisdom to reset your attitude this morning. It started out rough. Devin, we're going to give you mom hugs. Okay? Abigail, will you join me? Will you all join me in giving Devin an energy mom hug? Everybody give Devin a mom hug. Imagine throwing your arms around him and giving him a big hug. Thank you. I hope you can feel that, Devin. We are blameless. Yeah, there's shit you've done that's really fucked up. I know, me too. You apologize, you make it right within yourself, you decide what to learn from it, and you let the lesson that you decided to learn from it be enough. You are not a flawed being. You are made of the energy that creates worlds. You are made of pure, positive energy. Can you imagine? Look at those words. Pure, positive energy. That's like, I forget what cocaine must feel like. Like pure, positive energy. My God, you go into instant samadhi, which is like the experience of just all you're aware of is you're not even, there's nobody there to be aware. You're just, hi, I'm God, Yes, happy Mother's Day. But you know what? Every day is Mother's Day. And the one who wants your mothering now is you. Oh, Paragon, that's pretty. Rough is what becomes smooth with friction over time. And you know what? It takes very little time. If you just allow, if consistently going back to that place within me, like I got some stuff going on, and it's creating rough, choppy waters for me emotionally and physically. And so I feel a lot throughout the day. I feel myself starting to tense up. How do I fight? And then and I'm reminding myself, just be with it. Just be with it. Because what I do know is that when I or you are in a surrendered mode, a place where we're like, I'm okay. I'm not fighting. I'm not pushing stuff away. I'm just being. Stuff happens that it's so beautiful that just happens. It just happens. I don't know if I told you guys this yesterday, but I was out with my friend who really needed some support, and I was like, "Where do you want to go?" She's like, "Oh, I don't know," and I didn't know either, so I just started driving, even though the gas prices are crazy. I'm like, I'm taking care of my friend, and so we're driving, and I'm driving. I don't even know where. I'm like, "Where are we going? Like, where are we?" She goes, "Well, if you go on this road, it'll take you to Covington, Kentucky." I'm like, "Okay." We end up in the most beautiful place, and I had been thinking, like, she said, "Do you want to go take a walk at this park? That park's the ugliest damn park I ever saw. It doesn't deserve the word park." She's like, "Do you want to go over to the lake? That lake is freaking ugly too." No, I don't want to go there. There's no nurturing there. What the hell, man? No. So I start driving, and where we ended up, right by the Ohio River, at a park, a little park that has a beautiful, gorgeous fountain in the middle of it. Turns out it's taken care of by the people who live around it. It's not a city property. I didn't go into my phone and go, "Find me a beautiful little park that's next to the," no, I just drove. And I thought, I had thought I'd really, no, I just don't want to go to those ugly parks. And I could feel inside of me the lushness that I wanted. I wanted lushness. I wanted to give her lushness. I wanted to give me lushness. There was no way I was going to go into her energy of like, everything is so crazy. No, I'm not interested. No. And so there, we go down this street. It's like, holy shit, there it is. Let's park. It was brilliant. It's brilliant. Paragon, you're smart, dude. I didn't need to fill my tank for a month now. Just use public transport and walked if possible. I don't have to drive much, honestly. I do my work from home, and the farthest I have to go every day is maybe 5 or 10 minutes to a local coffee shop if I want to have company. That's it. So, yeah. I heard that out in California the gas prices are $10. Is that true? Here it's between I think I saw as low as 4.39, but generally I've seen 4.69 up to 4.99. And here in Ohio, here in Cincinnati, the public transport's crap. There's just not enough of it. It's not like we've got, the underground and can get from here to there really quickly. You had a dream that the gas went to $12 a gallon. Oh, that's a terrible dream. That's a terrible dream. Okay. Here's what I came on and talked about before you guys got here. And I'm going to say screw the warnings. And what I mean by that, Abigail, is this. We know how to look out for the problems. We're good at it. But that's just more attention on what's wrong. It is time. It's time to come home. That's awesome. I'm not sure how it helps. Now you've got something to be afraid of, is the way I see it. You tell me what your way of seeing it is. We've practiced for so long being aware of what's wrong, being afraid of what's coming, and those are natural reactions, especially given the conditioning that we've had, which tells us that we have no power to change anything. That's great, Abigail. Because that's the important thing. Like, it doesn't really matter what you think or feel. What matters is, does it lift you or does it depress you? Chloe, love, thank you, honey. She says, thank you for your work, Lori. Thank you for being here for my work to land. Abigail says, it allows me a change to prepare myself for it. I have a lot of dreams that come true. Really cool. I'm at a place in my consciousness, my life right now, and my approach, which is I'm just focused here. Oh, it allows you a chance to prepare yourself. Okay, got it. Yeah, but that's my point. And I'm not even arguing with you. I'm just like, depending on where you're standing at in your life, how are the things that you say to yourself, do they support you? For Abigail, this supports her. She's like, ah, this makes me feel, I'm going to put words in your mouth, forgive me. It makes her feel like I've got, yeah, exactly. We all need different things. Chris, lovely to see you, darling. Yeah, so like, this is why you can't go with people who are going to tell you there's one 3-step process or 5-step process that's going to solve your life. This is about quality. This is about how do you treat yourself in such a way that you find your answers every day? Not let me work myself to death for another 10 years, beating myself up. Oh, something's wrong with me. I have to fix it. Nothing's wrong with you. I swear to God, nothing's wrong with you. Not fundamentally. I'm sending love to you too, Chris. Thank you so much for stopping in. I love you. And I have such admiration for you. Chris has written an amazing book called Worthy. Memoirs of an ex-Mormon lesbian, and it's killer. Oh my gosh, Abigail, you dreamed your baby's death before it happened. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Whew. See, the way that we've been living our lives is like a fairy tale. That's why I call it the patriarchal castle. You know? Like, it's supposed to look like this. And it's all externalized. You know, it's all like, it looks like you live like this, and it looks like you have this kind of partner, and you have these kinds of belongings. And then life comes along and we go, wait a minute, it's all wrong. What happened? What did I do wrong? What went wrong? Nothing went wrong. We're seeing it through the wrong pair of glasses. We're seeing it through the patriarchal glasses of, you are to blame. When things are wrong, when things are not the way you want them, it's your fault. Now, let's go from it's your fault. We're going to go to 2 more places. I bet you did. Wow. That's powerful, Abigail. Let's take a journey. Where do we go from how do we get out feeling wise? Not just here. How do we get out of it's my fault? I mean, haven't you ever been in one of those long period where you cannot let yourself off the hook? You cannot let go of the self-blame? Of course you have. How do we get from it's my fault to somewhere else? Where are we trying to get to? Now you might say instantly, forgiveness. And I'm going to challenge you to ask yourself, what is forgiveness? Because forgiveness for me is a multi-layered thing. And it's not something that I believe that we can do. I think it's something we make room for. I think we open the doors and it comes in. We can release, we can let go. Now, it can happen in a moment, sure. You can have one of those magic moments where you're like, oh my, I see what happened. Okay, don't hate you anymore. It happened to me once. It was a very small thing. It wasn't like a big thing. It was a boss that I had. I was in my 20s and I was pissed off at her, and suddenly my mind said to me, well, you know, she probably is really stressed, or whatever it was my mind said. And I felt my whole body relax, like, yeah, okay. Like, I don't need to hold that anymore. But I didn't do it. Hey, Pepper's here. Hi, honey. I didn't do that. I didn't forgive her. The forgiveness happened because I went, yeah, okay. You know, like, oh, she probably's having a tough day. Oh, okay, fine. Like, it's too much trouble to carry that stuff anymore. We're trying to get from, it's my fault, to ease up, ease up, ease up, ease up, ease up, ease up, ease up. And it happens. I did. Chloe says, you taught me that forgiveness is not something you do, it's something you make room for. Wow. Thanks for telling me. Bartholomew says, to me, forgiveness is accepting that you don't have to keep carrying the past with you. For sure. Moonlight is here. My favorite dolphin woman is here. Hi. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, please share this out, you guys. I appreciate that. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Sunday. Happy day. It really is like, have you ever been able to let go of something? It really does feel in your body like you've let go of weight. And you have, energetically, you have. It's crazy. It's so cool. Forgiveness to me, Pepper says, releasing someone else from my anger and choosing to shift and release. Say yes to that. Good morning, Moonlight Dolphin. Good morning, good morning. I love you guys. You guys are so kind to each other and so loving, and it means everything. Every time we come together and we share our truths, and we don't have to agree, but we do make room for each other's truths. This is the entire enchilada. This is us creating energy of the new earth right now. Because this isn't just like, oh, one and done. The energy that we create, energy never dies. Energy just changes shape. And what we're doing is we're adding in goodness to a world that needs it, that needs to remember that it is it. So you're not just spending time watching this crazy woman talk about stuff. You're interacting with each other. You are giving kindness to each other. You are hugging Devin, who needs a big hug today, and we gave that to him. And we can keep giving it to him all day if we want to, vibrationally. And you are becoming more. This is the work, Bartholomew. Yes, the work is, how can I feel differently? And understanding that when you feel a little bit different, you have transformed your set point. You do it unconsciously. Are you ready to do it consciously? Because that's what we do. When you say to yourself, wow, wait a minute, really? Yes, really. You shift how you are. You shift how you feel. You have changed yourself. You have, because you've taken that trending energy that you were in, and you've gone, that's not good enough for me. I'm going to light a little candle in that darkness. And then it goes, oh, this is different. Oh, now you're, okay, and now I'm over here. You may not have gotten rid of it, but you keep lighting that candle, and eventually that thing's just going to be like, see ya. Later, dude. I know that because it's what happened for me. And it's still, the work is to keep reminding myself not to be impatient for the results. The result, the feeling is the result. Try to wrap your head and your emotions around that. The reaction is the result. Whew. Wow. That is a really big one. It's really big. But when you challenge yourself, I don't mean fight yourself. I don't mean put yourself down. I don't mean make yourself wrong if you don't quite have it or believe it. That's not what I mean. You have got to start to investigate who you are. You've got to start allowing the parts of you. The reaction is the result, Chloe. Yes, you just got it. Now you practice it. Now you sit in it, even when other parts of your brain, nervous system, and emotions go, hell no. You go, I hear you. I hear you. You have to keep making room. You go, oh, wow, the reaction is the result. Oh, my God, I've got it. And then your brain goes, I don't think so. And you go, okay, so what made the reaction? Oh, it was making myself feel a little better. So I'm fighting that thought of, hell no, because I want to do it right. The fight's not the thing. The fight's not the thing. I need to feel a little better about that. Okay, I hear you. Whew. Now you've got a little bit more relief. Now you've moved forward again. Oh my God. Holy cow. Your body goes, I don't know. I hear you. And if you're wanting the physical approach, get up and take a walk. Go swimming. Do something different. Distract yourself. The point, though, is always the same. How can I let myself off the hook? How can I let myself off the hook? Whatever that hook is that I've just hung myself on, how do I let myself off of that hook? And the feeling, the reaction, is what causes the results. The results are none of your freaking business. But I want the boat, and I want the job. I know. I want the house. I want to love me. I want to be in love with me and live in love every day. But if I spend all my time beating the crap out of myself because I don't feel like I'm already there, what am I doing? I am spinning my wheels. I'm just spinning my wheels. But if I practice, okay, I see you, I feel you, I receive you, I get it. Whew, that's intense. Okay, what do I need to do to feel a little better? Well, I've been listening to myself, watching, I've been receiving. Now I really feel a need to do something different. So I'm going to go out. You just made room for that inspiration of like, oh, I want to do something else. Yeah, I want to go get an ice cream. Whatever it is. I want to go find a job. I don't know. Whatever it is that is your next inspired action. That's what you're looking for. What's your inspired? You're not going out looking for it with, but where are you? You're the womb. You are the perpetual womb. That's where it's at. Sorry. I know you want to do. I want to do also. I'm a massive doer. I get it. And ain't nothing wrong with doing. But if you don't have the balance of the not doing, you're screwed. Yes, Chloe, the results are none of your freaking business. It's what Mike Dooley talks about. Mike Dooley, the teacher from tut.com, who says that you spend 4 to 10 minutes a day, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 4 to 10 minutes a day, visualizing in a way that makes you feel fabulous. So you're sitting in your room going, yes, oh my God, and you're having conversations with people who aren't there, like George Clooney, thank you for helping me up onto the ground, or the stage at the Oscars to claim our Oscar. I mean, whatever it is, you're like, this feels so freaking good. And make sure when you're doing that, you're not seeing yourself from behind, in front, or the sides. You are in it. You are in it. You are looking down and seeing your damn feet. You're in that vision, in that visualization. And if you do that day after day after day, he says, your life changes. And he says, stay out of the cursed hows. But how am I going to make none of your business? It is none of your business. How it's going to come about, forget it. It's not going to happen. Hey, Shell. That's why when yesterday I went out with my friend and I didn't know where the hell we were going to go, but I knew I wasn't going to go to one of those depressing places she always goes. And I'm like, I'm just going to drive because I don't know what else to do. Being willing to sit in the not knowing. I don't know what's going to happen. And then we end up by a river, the Ohio River, at the most beautiful little park, which is now going to be the place that I go when I need to be refreshed. That's how it works. No hows. Forget it. Stay out of it. None of your frickin' business. Chloe, the wondering how will kill your dream. It sure the hell will. Hey, Miller. Welcome to the party. If you stick with, do I just feel a little bit better? My God, you are not only feeding your nervous system, your spirit, your mind, your possibilities, and all of that, you are actually transforming you are actually like leapfrogging your life into a different reality. No lie. No lie. Your life into a different reality. No lie. No lie. Okay. Maybe what I was saying was too vibrationally intense. I don't know. It's buffering. Okay. Look how close I am to 5,000 people. Isn't that interesting? So interesting to me how that whole thing works. I have not figured out how to share my screen from here, by the way. So if anybody's good at that, I'm here. I'm on my laptop. I'm in TikTok Live Studio. It would be great to know how to do that, how to share my screen. Okay, I'm not going to mess with it right now or else I'll cause a lot of dysfunction. So what do you want to talk about for the next 20 minutes before I get going? Oh, you did? Thank you. Oh, you did? Oh, you mean how to share your screen? Oh, thank you. Fabulous. Yeah, Mike Dooley said what he said. His life was a shambles, he said. And he started to do this visioning. Sorry, I keep saying that. It's visualization. Because they're two different things. That's why I keep sort of buffering. So he started doing these visualizations. And after a year and a half, he looked back, his life had completely changed. And what he wanted to do was he wanted to be a thought leader out there talking about the true reality of our energetic being and all that kind of stuff. And so he did. And then, he went from being a Price Waterhouse Cooper money guy to having a great frickin' life, he's found his wife, they had a baby, their daughter is awesome. It's, life is not meant to be without choppy waters. But we don't have to deal with choppy waters by looking through the patriarchal castle wall, which says you have to fight it, it's going to kill you, watch out, be careful. We don't have to do that. Chloe Love, how to deal with unruly children when you're spiritual. I don't know how to stay firm and maintain my peace. I'm going to bet that there's a ton of moms out there with that same question. I don't have children, but I want to say that, first of all, I believe that having children is a spiritual practice. It must be. Because it's so freaking hard. So there's a lot. I would love to have an example of a situation that I could actually speak to and that other people who are mothers could speak to or fathers could speak to. But one of the things that's striking me is that one of the things parents want to do is control. They want to control their kids. It's understandable. You don't know whether they're coming or going. They're crazy. It's just it's a thing. And there's less practice of entering their world with them. It's not an either or. Sometimes you have to put the hammer down, right? But the more we're doing this with any situation, the more we're creating more friction. So it's very difficult to access our peace. Now, the other thing I want to say is that a lot of the friction comes from our belief somewhere, our emotional setting of I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to be doing this, or this is awful. I shouldn't be doing that. You know, like I shouldn't be yelling at them, or I shouldn't be angry at them. Why not? Little shits, they're doing some stupid stuff. You're allowed to be angry. So the healing is in I'm allowed to feel anger. You obviously do not want to go take that anger, put it into the action of hurting any children. You don't want to do that. If you can avoid that, if that's not part of the setting that you were handed, you don't want to do that. But the internal thing is they're little shits sometimes. You have to allow yourself to have your freaking emotions too, because then you're also going to be better at letting them have theirs. It's a win-win. And when we allow our anger to be in flow, when we allow our anger to be in flow, it doesn't become dangerous because it's just in flow. It's like, God damn it. Look, guys, you got to do, no, you're going to do this. And we can hold the boundary of what we want them to do without having that other energy in there of like, oh, I'm trying to hold back. What are you trying to hold back? Are you afraid you're going to skewer them? That's not going to happen. Hello, Dharma. Soviet. Uni-Soviet. Wow. Coolness. Welcome. I love Abigail's suggestion. When you're in reaction, choose silence to break the cycle. You got to give yourself permission to feel. Seriously, we've got to do this. This is where all of our power has been tamped down within us in the castle. You're not allowed to feel. Are you freaking kidding me? I don't care if you journal it, if you turn on your phone and record yourself going, son of a bitch. I don't care what it is. You've got to allow yourself to experience what you're feeling, because there's so much information in it that you will never tap through your mind, not in a million lifetimes. As a former child. Bartholomew, that's great. That's brilliant. My son doesn't know what to do with his silent treatment because we are a loud family. Yeah, interrupt the patterns, babe. Woo! So did you teach his wife? Did you teach his wife to do that? That's really funny. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. It is all about the emotion. And I'll tell you, I spent decades fighting with my emotions, and that's why I had so many years of depression. I couldn't just let myself feel something. It just like wasn't allowed by me. Yes, I can tell you all the conditioning and all that, but really, it's not somebody else's fault. You grow up, you now have the pattern. They're not going to come back from the dead and fix it. You got to fix it. And it's not because you need fixing, it's because you need to allow these energies to, you need to give them some oxygen, because you are a naturally healing machine. You are a natural healing machine. You are made of pure positive energy. You are made of the energy that creates worlds. You are made of perfection, but it's energetic. So whatever that means to you, you have to figure out, how can I allow this emotional, energetic aspect of life into my life, into my consciousness? How do I do that? That's the question you need to ask yourself. And you need to ask it with keeping the question open at the top. Not like I'm going to have one answer and I'm done. Keep the answers open keep the question open, keep the question open at the top. And you will keep receiving answers. You will get more and more and more. It is the most dynamic, rich way to live. Abigail, I appreciate you and your message. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Thank you, babe. There's no, there's just like no one right answer. And that kind of blows our minds. We're like, but wait, I want to have a place to put my feet. And that's why you need to put your feet into your emotional body. Because when you put your feet in your emotional body and you're honoring what you're feeling and thinking and believing and experiencing at any moment, now you're on your own spiritual path, not everybody else's. Not some spiritual teacher, not some religious teacher, you're on your own spiritual path. So that even when, to use Bartholomew's suggestion of always move from a place of respect and love, sometimes, I'm sorry, the one I'm respecting is me. And you're not going to feel respected because I'm going to tell you the damn truth. I'm going to be kind about it because that's my desired setting. But it's not a withdrawal, it's not a withholding, it's a crafting. Like, I'm not going to stop feeling that you're being a dumbass. Like, that energy in me is just nice and free-flowing. You're being a total dumbass. Then I get to craft how I bring that out. Do I come up to you and go, you're a dumbass? No. I mean, not like if you're my friend, generally no. Like if we're in a playful state, maybe I will. God, you're a dumbass. But but no, if this is a serious thing, I'm not going to come up and spit on you. I'm not going to do that. But I am going to give you my truth. My dearest friend knows some people, and she's afraid that one of the little boys is being SA'd. And so she came to me to talk about it. And she said, the question is, and then she just looked at me, she just stopped, because we've known each other for decades and decades. She looked at me, she goes, there really is no issue, is there? I'm like, no, you just have to report it. You have to protect the child. The child is like 6 years old. You have to protect the kid. So because if it's not true, they'll figure it out. If it's true, they'll figure it out. And she's just beating the hell out of herself. She's just beating up on herself so bad. So bad. She's like, oh my God, what have I done? I may never see those children again, and they don't know it was me. Should I tell them? No, you don't tell them. You wait and see what happens. I don't want to wait. It's hurting me. I know. I know. And you did something so selfless. Because here she's looking at all the stuff that makes her wrong. She's, like all of us, she's been trained to look at what the hell's wrong. Oh my God, what if it's what if I did the wrong thing? Maybe I should have gone and talked to one of the parents. Maybe, you like freak out. I don't have the answers to her questions, but I can tell her vibrationally she's fractured. And fractured won't do it for us kids. It will not give us the healing, the peace that we need. It won't do it. So I just... They sent the child back to live in it. Who are you referring to, Abigail? My friend? She did report it. She did report it. So that's why she's freaking. She's like, geez, I may never see those kids again, and she loves them. Life, I completely agree, and that's what I told her. I told her my truth. I said, there's no issue here. You've just got to report it. I said, what you do is up to you, because I don't believe in asserting my will over other people. That's not my job, and that's not my right. I said, there's no question here. She told me all the things that were making her think that, and I went, sounds like he's being abused. Like, we don't know, but you can't just sit on it. You can't just sit there. Exactly. And this is not how she's lived her life up to now. She's very much wanting to control everything, and, you know, but she's also so open-minded, and so she's a remarkable woman. Just a remarkable woman. So she reported it. But she doesn't know what's happening, and that's kicking her butt. She's like, oh my God, I don't know what's going on. Well, I can't tell you either. But we did define some structure for her. I said, okay, is the mother not answering your texts very much? She's like, yeah, that's what's killing me. I'm like, okay, is that unusual? Well, no, sometimes she gets really busy. Plus, she's pregnant. She's gonna have another baby. Okay. How much longer would it be before you would say, okay, something really did go down. They took the kids away? Because you can imagine how that would hurt my friend. Like, oh my God, they took the kids from their parents. The whole thing is such a nightmare. We've got to interrupt those patterns. You're a mandated reporter, Abigail. Tell us more. What is a mandated reporter? Meaning they'll pay more attention to you because you know what you're looking for? Is that what that means? That's really cool. So I just reminded her, look, because the whole thing, you've got to let yourself off the emotional hooks. Moment to moment. You're not going to have one giant pill that's going to take you off all the hooks and you're good. It's not like that. We are going to have to learn to live life the way it is. And we have to not be such a victim to it that we go up and down with the waves too. We've got to find more of a through line. So how do you get mandated? Like, is that a course you take or something? Because I know anybody can report, but my friend told me that they're so overworked, sadly, that sometimes they don't even get to investigate. It's a training course. Wow. I'm going to tell her. I think it would help her to take the course. Thank you so much, guys. That's really cool. A mandatory reporter. Where do you take the course? Is it an in real life thing, or? Oh, you never took a course? Then where's your training? I mean, I know there's life training. Is that what you're talking about? Oh, a requirement for some jobs like teachers. Wow, mandatory reporter. Oh, it was part of your master's degree. Oh, so it's an in-person course then. It's not. Is it mandate? It's mandated reporter. It's not mandatory. Okay, mandated reporter. Okay. You took an online course. Oh, cool. Oh, I can't wait to tell her. I can't wait to tell her. Does it tell you what to look out for? Oh my God, Abigail, I love it. Psychology and counseling, end of life. Hell yeah. My study is how to live my life in a way that doesn't kill me before I'm dead. I think that's probably the best way to put my spiritual path. How do I live my life in such a way that it's fulfilling, interesting, exciting, all that kind of stuff? Thanks, Chloe, love. They tell you what to look out for. Okay. Well, I hope some of the things that she saw qualify so that it makes her feel better about having reported. All right, darlings, please remember, that it's about softening. It's all about softening. It's all about letting ourselves off the hook. It's all about the quality of our lives, not what we're getting in our lives. Everything starts and comes from here. We are creating the new earth as we speak. And every time we back away from the war with ourselves, we are creating the new earth. Every time we look for a different answer that is more about acceptance and peace and relief and things like that, then we're making a difference. Bartholomew, thank you. Thanks for everything. Your work makes a real difference. I'm glad about that. I couldn't hear anything better. Well, maybe I love you. And Chloe Love just said it. Paragon, I love you. Thank you for being my physics guru. And Abigail said, it took me a long time to learn how to apply my studies to my own life successfully. Oh, hell yes. Hell yeah. Yes, we have to turn from, I have to do, to what do I feel? It's a whole different game. Love you all. I'll be back tomorrow, 5 Eastern. Take care, you guys.